We're all dealing with problems, right? You are, I am, everybody. But how are you responding to it? What's the play you run when you're under stress? What is the thing that you do to interrupt the pattern, to stop the craziness, right? Like, I keep talking about, like, we need to bring humanity to a lot of people's insanity right now, the way that they're allowing themselves to go down these negative spirals. You do it, I do it, we all have our moments. The question is, what's the play that you run to interrupt the pattern? I'm writing this book, right? My fourth one, yes, in this environment, writing my fourth book called Plays That Work for Business People. And there's no doubt that the play that I think most of us need today is interrupting the pattern. So let's just try this on, right? You're having a bad day, something goes wrong, right? You hear some bad news. It's really hard to be in a bad mood if you do this. Now you might go, Ferry, you're absolutely crazy. Well, yeah, you're right. But it's hard to look straight up in the sky, put a big smile on your face, and be depressed. See, here's the thing. Your body controls the mind. That's what most people don't get, right? If you're gonna be depressed, if you're gonna be anxious, if you're gonna have anxiety, you have to physically do anxiety. You gotta put your shoulders up, you gotta put a stressful face on, you gotta go into that thing. What I want you to get is that's a play that you're running. It's no different from taking a record player and putting on a record and playing a song that's groovy, that's sexy, that's fun, versus playing something that's really intense and stressful. That's just a play you're running. I want you to acknowledge that. You can choose to interrupt the pattern. It is not the problem, it is how you deal with the problem, it is how you react to the problem, right? We're all dealing with problems, right? You are, I am, everybody. But how are you responding to it? And when it happens in that moment, what do you do to catch yourself? For me, I just put my arms up in the air and I'm like, okay, that deal just fell apart. All right, so who can I call today? And you notice that's the second thing, which is, what's the question I'm gonna ask myself next, okay? What do I love about my life? What am I committed to? Who can I serve today? How can I make a difference? See, if you ask yourself questions like that, so you take control of your physical body, right? You don't do depressed, you don't do stressed, you don't do freaking out, you don't do angry, because if you do that, it just perpetuates, it gets more intense. But if you change it up and put a smile on your face, right? And yes, by the way, now you can do this in public or in your apartment or anywhere, and your dog will be like, huh, right? You do this, you interrupt the pattern, and then you ask yourself a better question. Who do I love? What am I grateful for? What am I gonna do on the other end of this? How am I gonna celebrate this? How can I serve that client? What can I do today to move things forward? And when you ask yourself questions like that, everything changes. Everything changes. So look, we're all running plays every day. You run a play either to make your bed or to not make your bed. You run a play to either exercise or to not exercise. Everything you do is a play that you run. My advice is run plays that work.